Good morning. Welcome to the Township of Addington Highlands special council meeting, Thursday, August 13th, 2026. I'll call the meeting to order. Today's special meeting was called at the last regular meeting of council on August 4th. As that meeting was running along and council resolved to defer the closed meeting to a further date. Additionally, a time-sensitive request was received after the August 4th meeting. That matter will also be considered during this special meeting. This meeting is being streamed live via the Township of Addington Highlands YouTube channel. To those present in the gallery today, by attending a public meeting of council, you are consenting to your image, voice, and comments being recorded. Anyone invited to speak will be recorded, and the voice, image, and comments will form part of the live stream. The chair and/or clerk have the discretion and authority at any time to direct the termination or interruption of the live streaming. Such direction will only be given in exceptional circumstances where deemed relevant. Circumstances may include instances where the content of debate is considered misleading, defamatory, or potentially inappropriate to be published. Notice is hereby provided that under the authority of the Municipal Act 2001 and in accordance with Ontario's Municipal Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act, that all information provided for or at a public meeting / consultation or other public process are considered part of the public record. Members of council staff, delegations, and attendees should be mindful of using names of individuals or entities when discussing matters in public. Attendees are advised that they may be subject to legal action if their actions result in inappropriate and/or unacceptable behavior and/or comments. As per the Township's procedure bylaw as amended, all votes during electronic meetings will be recorded votes. All of council is present in the council chambers with the exception of Councillor Thompson, who is absent. Thank you. So we have a motion to approve the agenda. Moved by Councillor Yanch, seconded by Councillor Levier. Call the vote. Deputy Reeve Hook.
Yes.
Councillor Levier.
Yes.
Councillor Yanch.
Yes.
That motion is carried. Item 3, disclosure of pecuniary interest and the general nature thereof. None noted. Matters for consideration. Item 4.1, a request for noise bylaw exemption north of 7 Challenge. I'm sorry here. I'm just. So we have a request. And we have a staff recommendation. Do any member of council have any comments or want to add anything to it? No? Okay. You moving?
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Deputy Fox, seconded by Councillor Yanch. Call the vote. Deputy Hook.
Yes.
Councillor Levier.
Yes.
Councillor Yanch.
Yes.
That motion's carried. Just one comment. I'm sure the community is, and they are looking forward to another great event this year. So, and item 4.2 is a 2026 RFQ for propane suppliers. And then we have a report containing additional clarification on the quotes, which I think has just been added to the agenda, not the agenda item, but the actual report. I'm just opening it up. I haven't actually read this. Did you want to provide just a quick overview?
Sure.
Christine,
Yeah.
please.
Firstly, let me apologize for the last minute putting the report on the agenda. Slipped my mind yesterday. So this is for council's information, just as a follow-up from the decision that was made at the August 4th meeting. It was brought to the attention of staff after that meeting that there was an error in the original report that was provided to council. It was noted that the fixed price quoted by Propane Levesque was only for a total of 3 years, but the report that was provided to council indicated that it was for 5 years. So we did reach out to Propane Levesque just to confirm that we were reading their submission correctly because they did not complete the form that the township had provided. They had given us their own form. And they did confirm that the quoted fixed price was for 3 years. However, in the email, they did say they're offering the Sarnia rack price plus a margin of 12 cents per liter for the duration of the 5 years. So there was that option as well, but that's not what we had asked for originally. We are looking for a fixed price, ideally up to 5 years. But they were only quoting for 3. So I also included in the update an updated schedule, like little table, which summarized the submissions. So propane Levesque for the 3-year period is the 0.529 cents for just that period, not the extending 4-year and 5-year period. And that's included in the report for council's information. So council may want to reevaluate the decision that they made at the last meeting, but you just need to know all the information before you.
Thank you, Christine. Go ahead to Councillor Yance.
Would it be possible to have them redo their bid again? All of them?
They're not willing to, they were given the option to quote for the 5 years, and some companies aren't willing to give you a
Okay,
price for the
that's
5.
fine. Yeah,
They've submitted what they're willing to offer.
I guess what my question is, are we asking too much? Because 5 years is quite a long time with the fluctuation of the world and the gas market and everything else. I wonder
good
if that
point.
is a little bit too much to be asking in the first place.
We have the option, I believe, right, to go ahead with 3, 4, or 5.
Correct.
I think that's,
Yeah.
so we can, it's up to us to pick. If we go for the 3-year period, we have a lot more competition, double, I guess, right, the quotes. And it puts Rosebush as the lowest one from what I can see. And in the 4 and 5-year period, we're ending up with 3 quotes instead of 7. So, and maybe it just has to do with trying to forecast,
Oh,
beyond 3 years. They're probably not willing, I can only presume they're not willing to forecast in their own sort of business world and provide a quote because of all the uncertainties. So it's up to Deputy Hook.
I just wonder if anybody's done the math yet on that difference of 47.85 versus a 529 on 10,000 liters. I think it's substantial.
I believe it was.
Yeah, we're talking thousands of dollars, and I know it's the business of changing tanks and new tanks and all that is a hassle, but I should bring up the calculator here.
Deputy Hook, are you doing that calculation?
I am actually,
Okay.
yeah.
My apologies that I did not do that ahead of time.
Try that again. Didn't make sense.
Is it approximately 17,000 is the difference?
17,000?
Is that what you're getting?
I was just gonna try it again here because I didn't get the,
112,956 liters. Calculator with me.
What do you get, Christine?
I just remember there's a calculator app on here. Sorry.
57?
Yeah.
$5,700.
And so you used the 0.4785 price of the lowest and the 0.5290 from Lebec? Yeah. So 57,000. I haven't done anything. 100. Sorry, did I say 1,000?
And not the three, not the raw.
Yep.
I did put 112,000, so,
5,700. That over 3 years.
I don't know what the period.
This is for 3 years
A year.
So that was just per.
per year. Okay, so that,
Three.
yeah. So times that by 3 is about the 17.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess just a comment here regarding tank replacement. They're embedding that tank replacement cost in their pricing, and there should be no work for us at all for the township in the tank replacement. And as long as what's in the tank goes back in the tank. And I'm not sure how that all works, but we would not want, I don't know if we have any way of, I'm not saying it, don't get me wrong, it's public. I'm not saying we distrust the propane supplier in any way at all, but that obviously what's in it we have to have credit for that. I'm sure they all do that.
Yeah.
Councilor Yance.
That's kind of how it works. The new company comes in and puts their tanks in, right? And then they figure out how much is in that tank and you get a credit somewhere down the road. It could be, 2 months or whatever. You get whatever was in those tanks. So whether you wait to try to drain the tanks, I don't know, but with air conditioning and stuff, we just can't be doing that for here. But anyway, just a thought. I think you really have to be careful because I don't know who checks on, see whether they're going to be seeing how much is in each tank.
Well, and the new tanks have to go where the old one is. If you look at
Yeah.
the community centers and stuff like that, I mean, all the locations, the tanks have a fixed location, so I have no knowledge of that process.
The one thing that staff did realize that we had omitted from our quotation document was an indication whether the levels of propane are monitored externally. So we did contact or reach out to the suppliers just before the meeting to make sure that that was a possibility. It is something that it's actually become really important. And it saves staff from going and having to check propane levels all the time, especially in those facilities that have generators that the propane tanks use.
Councilor Yance?
And what was the outcome? Do all companies do that?
We just did it before we came into. the
I know
meeting.
that Levesque Propane does that for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep, our current supplier does.
Yeah.
We did reach out to Rosebush, but in their defense, it was literally maybe 20 minutes ago. So I don't have an answer
Okay, thank
to
you.
that.
So I have a question. Are there enough unanswered questions that we want this deferred?
I don't,
Don't,
our current contract is up on September the 1st.
oh, okay.
So I'm
there's
not
time.
certain if we have the luxury of
don't have the
deferring
time.
it any
Okay.
further.
Deputy Hook?
Well, might I suggest a motion that we, because the difference is substantial, that we approve the Rosebush Energy's quote, pending clarification from the company how the propane in the tanks will be handled. And if that's suitable for staff to find that out, then proceed with Rosebush. I think that's the only pending question, right? What are we going to do with the propane in the tanks and make sure that we get a credit for it?
So that we are satisfied that to the satisfaction of the township.
Sure.
Okay.
Would we
Yance?
also be able to include in that to be able to monitor the amount that's in from, so our staff doesn't have to do that? Is that as well in your, okay, thank you.
Like normally they are, I know it's just as CEO Christine Reed mentioned, it's been the ones with the generators. If we have a prolonged outage, the generators consume gobs of propane. And so that's ended up, they can forecast otherwise based on the temperatures. That's what they're, all suppliers do that anyway, as far as fill-ups. But yeah, when you have a generator running, they can't really forecast that. So we always have to keep an eye on it. And now I know they were having trouble, for example, in Denby, remotely monitoring it because they never used to have communication. Now maybe they do with Rogers, the device on the tank can inform them. So we have a motion, the floor. You got the wording, Christine? You don't have a seconder? No. So a seconder.
Yeah.
Councillor Olivier? Do we have any comments now, questions? Go ahead, Councillor Olivier.
Yeah, just a comment, because the one thing that we talked at our last meeting was that concern of the service level. Do we have guarantees on service levels in these contracts, or like as far as their about their service level, really? Is it do we have any info on that at all? Should we be concerned about it?
I guess the comment I would make is that I would expect in this competitive world that they all, and I don't know if there's a standard they operate to or in agreement we sign with them. Surely that agreement has something in there. I suspect there's some fine print in it that
Okay, I
that
just,
would imply, but I don't know that. I have not seen the contract. Do you have, Christine, any knowledge?
It's been some years since I looked at the contract because obviously this has been, we've had Levesque for some time. But I definitely will review the contract when we get it from Rosebush to make sure that there is,
okay,
that's outlined. I did just receive an email from the deputy treasurer that Rosebush has confirmed that they do the external monitoring of the propane levels. So that question at least has been answered.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, so do we have a motion on the floor? We'll call the vote. Deputy Reeve Hook?
Yes.
Councillor Olivier?
yes,
And Councillor Yanch?
Yes,
That motion's carried. And thank you to staff for clarifying that. Any new business? No new business. We have a closed meeting. I'm just going to read the statement here. Pursuant to Section 239(2) of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended, this part of the meeting will be closed to the public in order to adopt closed meeting minutes of July the 7th, 2026 and July 14th, 2026, and to consider applicants for the Joint Compliance Audit Committee for the 2026 municipal and school board election, to receive resumes and select applicants for interview for the Ward 1 Denby operator position, and to receive information about identifiable individual, namely a township employee. We have a motion to go into closed. Moved by Councillor Olivier, seconded by Deputy Reeve Hook. Call the vote. Deputy Reeve Hook.
Yes.
Councillor Olivier.
yes.
Councillor Yanch.
yes.
That motion is carried. And we will now go into a closed meeting. Good morning. We're now back into open meeting. A closed meeting was held at 9:21 a.m. today pursuant to Section 239(2) and 3 of the Municipal Act 2001 as amended in order to adopt closed meeting minutes of July the 7th, 2026 and July the 14th, 2026, and to consider applicants for the Joint Compliance Audit Committee for the 2026 municipal and school board election, to receive resumes and select applicants for interview for the Ward 1 Denby operator position, and to receive information about an identifiable individual, namely a township employee. I have a motion that it be resolved that the recommendations from the closed meeting be adopted. Moved by Councilor Olivier, seconded by Councilor Yantz. Call the vote. Deputy Reeve Hook.
Yes.
Councilor Olivier.
Yes.
Councilor Yantz.
Yes.
That motion is carried. Item 7.1 is confirming bylaw from the proceedings of the meeting. Deputy Reeve Hook, 3 readings, and Councilor Yantz, second. Call the vote. Deputy Reeve Hook.
Yes.
Councilor Olivier.
Yes.
Councilor Yantz.
Yes.
And that motion's carried. I have a motion to adjourn by Councilor Yantz, seconded by Councilor Olivier. Call the vote. Deputy Reeve Hook.
Yes.
Councilor Olivier.
Yes.
Councilor Yantz.
Yes.
And that motion is carried and the meeting is adjourned. And good morning, everyone.